We're
Oh
gonna
man.
we're gonna leave Andor there. We're gonna start covering a ton of these the news that we have.
God damn.
I'm included. Honestly, the bulk of it is literally a lot of the anime stuff that that came out this past week, and it just most of it's just premiere dates. We're heading into October, so the fall anime season is super stacked. Hollywood as a whole, in the entire month of October, it is stacked with releases, whether it be films, whether it be TV shows, anime shows, you name it, it is super stacked. So to get, we're bringing in the anime stuff. We haven't recorded an anime pod in a few weeks now, maybe like a month.
Oh, shame on you.
Yeah, I know. That's literally all on me, to be completely honest. That the last thing we talked about was literally Dragon Ball Superhero.
Oh shit.
So that was literally like a month ago, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna
I still
talk
need to
about
do some catch-up episodes for God's sakes. Like, trust me, I get it.
bro.
Get it.
If people only knew how busy we
God.
were in our personal lives and then behind the scenes on this, then they were completely.
Your boy's
understand.
getting married on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Oh
What?
yeah, congrats, my guy.
Weather's not looking so good, but we got some plans. We got some plan Bs figured out.
Oh god, it's like, well, funny enough, that my boy's wedding got rained out, so we had to move it inside. But then the rain dried up, and then we got outside again, but it was all muddy. So like, but the actual ceremony got moved inside. So shit happens.
Our plan was for an outdoor backyard wedding, but the rain is looking at 90% right now. So
we'll see.
We have figured out a temporary plan B. We'll make it work.
Yeah, you guys will make it work. Early congrats. So everybody listening, watching on YouTube, whatever, comments, Instagram DMs, whatever.
Will be a Mrs. Boozer after Saturday.
A Mrs. Boozer after Saturday. We'll bring on the pod one of these days so she can talk.
She loves anime now, and she loves superhero stuff. I love superhero stuff.
It's funny. This is actually
we go to every Marvel movie.
Me and my girls' anniversary this weekend too. So that's hilarious enough. Yeah. So, but our shit might get rained out over here in Charlotte. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Everybody's getting rained out. Guess what I'm gonna be doing? While it's raining, I'm gonna be home watching Hocus Pocus. That's what I'm gonna be doing, and watching all this new anime that we're gonna be talking about.
Oh my god, take us away, Ozzy.
But yeah, so a whole bunch of new dates here and a whole bunch of announcements, and I can just fly through all of this. Chainsaw Man, obviously super hype. We finally got a release date for that.
I need to start that one day,
bro. If you haven't read
the manga's great.
Oof, bro.
But isn't part of the whole thing seeing him chainsaw through things? No.
Yeah, the art is fantastic.
Yeah, the art is fantastic.
The art is absolutely fantastic.
The story is cool. The gore is great.
It's well drawn.
The characters are great. The character designs are great. The animation, obviously, if you haven't seen the trailer, definitely check it out.
I think I'll just go right to the anime. I don't think
it hasn't. It'll be the first season, so you can jump right into it.
Oh, really? Oh,
this is the first season for Chainsaw Man.
I feel like I've been seeing so much about Chainsaw Man that like it looks like it's just an anime. Like I thought it was been on for a while, but fair enough.
No, it is actually.
You can just jump right in.
The first episode premieres October 11th, so that's streaming on Crunchyroll. So if you have Crunchyroll, you guys can watch that on October 11th. Hunter x Hunter is also back this fall, November 4th. It'll be back with a new manga. Volume 37 is releasing on November 4th. Wolverine Season 2 has also been announced for January 2023.
Quick side note, that is a wholesome anime. I did not expect an anime with just like a girl that just wants to have fun in a game and she doesn't really care about anything. She just doesn't want to get hurt and she breaks the game. Basically, it's so wholesome. She literally just doesn't want to get hurt, so she maxes out her defense. That's like the additional part of the title.
Yeah,
that's why I shortened to Bofurry.
Yeah.
So that's why I just shortened to Bofurry, but it's a long ass title. But in doing so, she just stumbles into game-breaking mechanics. She somehow finds every glitch, every game-breaking thing that she can get, all by accident, just having fun playing the game. And the developers of the game are like, dude, she's breaking this. Like, she's just OP. And they're like trying to nerf her, and they just can't. It's just so fun. It's like a very wholesome anime. I couldn't recommend it anymore.
Everybody has a few months before season 2 premieres.
Yes, it's a season 1's a quick binge. Watch it. It's so wholesome. It's so fun.
We also, the one I'm really looking forward to this fall is Blue Lock. That looks really fun. It's super action packed. That's going to premiere October 8th. And it'll be listed for 24 episodes with 2 cores back to back. So there's no breaks. in between the
Ooh.
core. So I'm super excited about that. Roroni Kenshin, the reboot anime. The trailer released this past week, and that's also arriving in 2023.
So
no specific date, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's in 2023. It looks really good. It looks good.
I just assumed that they're probably just not going to kill him toward the end, like they did with the original, because
Yeah,
like he
probably.
dies
I mean,
off.
who knows?
Because that's usually what happens. Like I remember thinking about it with Full Metal Alchemist when they made Brotherhood,
Mhm.
instead of them actually just getting sent over to the other world, to our world during World War II,
Right. Mhm.
they ended up having a happy ending. I think if they're going to reboot it, they're probably going to end up doing that, because you know that's just what people
Nah,
usually do. Unfortunately,
they gotta keep him. They
You know
gotta
what I
die. They
mean?
gotta kill him at the end. They gotta
I
kill
think
him at
so.
the end.
Well, at least like just say he got, if he gets old, sure, fine. But
Mhm.
he did. It was kind of a cop out. Like, you know, he got a disease at the end of that movie. Like, you know what I mean? I was just like, fuck. I was like, that's messed up. But like, strongest fucking swordsman around. He turned good. Now he dies from a disease. I'm like,
Got him.
Well, that's how life. That's how life gets you.
Yeah,
that's how life gets you.
I was like, fair enough, fair enough. But I was just like, damn, man. I was like, kind of fucked up. I was like, not dying by the sword though. Ah, man.
Nah, see, he's the one samurai who didn't get to die by the sword. He died by natural causes and shit. A real thug.
Word up.
But yeah, so Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc. Obviously, there's a lot of hype surrounding this new season. We're getting a new teaser on October 1st, which is Saturday. We're getting another follow-up teaser on October 8th. And then the premiere officially will be on October 10th, and it's also premiering at New York Comic Con.
And we still don't know where we can watch it in the US.
We still don't know where in the US we can stream this, other than New York Comic Con if you're there in person.
If this is a marketing decision and not just like they're still trying to figure out like who gets to have it,
right?
It's the dumbest marketing decision ever.
It is the dumbest marketing decision. But
and also if it's still people trying to figure out like, oh, who, like if it's like a bidding war on who's going to get to stream it, that's also dumb. That's also dumb.
Disney Plus.
It's not going to. Yeah, I'm with you on this.
It's not going to Disney Plus.
I'm with you on that.
We can hit that one again in the buzz. It's not
people still think it. I'm with you on the not Disney.
I'm gonna go on a limb and assume that we get an official announcement at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, if not, we just ain't getting in the US.
Yeah, exactly. Either prior to the episode premiering there or post premiere.
Yeah,
we'll get an official announcement. Or this is my second theory. They drop it on Crunchyroll immediately after the premiere, kind of like what they did with Bleach 1000, the 1000 episode. They streamed it. I believe it was Anime NYC. They premiered there first, and then immediately after, it dropped on Crunchyroll so people can watch it. So I think they either do something like that, or they just announce when you can.
Just tell us where we can watch it. It's not that hard.
Where you can watch it. So I don't know. I don't understand the big mystery behind where you can watch Bleach.
Just tell us where we can watch it.
Well, you could just read the manga and then be disappointed there. All right, I'm just
hey, listen,
I'm just being honest.
Bleach gets a lot of hate for falling off. I've enjoyed it up until where it's at,
dude. I when it came to the 1,000-Year Blood War, that it sounded cool in retrospect, but then it just became a little.
It is hit or miss for people. I have a feeling I'll enjoy it. I have a feeling I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, a lot of Kurosaki.
Yeah, because all of a sudden Kurosaki gets like 2 more origin stories and shit. On top of that, every season he gets a new origin. Like, oh, you were always half Quincy. Like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Like, you know, spoilers. But it's like, come on,
warning,
man.
Just put this before that. Warning.
Sorry. Well, again, it was already
sorry,
the manga.
Not sorry.
It was the manga.
In all fairness, it's been out for like a millennia.
It's been out for like 15 years at this point.
Yeah, so. They should have just finished off with Aizen. And if they were like, it still gave him back his powers, right? But like, just showed it as like a time skip. That's how they should have finished it and gave us a beautiful, like one of the best animes ever. But never, no, they didn't do that. They didn't. Continue with the news.
But going back to that, we got Mashle, Magic and Muscles. There's a lot of hype surrounding this anime adaptation. We got an official trailer finally, and we got confirmation that it's dropping in 2023. It looks super, super good.
Dude,
I never read the manga,
book one. I read book one, and it's just like I just have a feeling it's going to be a blast. Like
I'm definitely going to watch.
I just love the concept. Anytime a magician wants to throw hands, but this one doesn't have magic.
Anytime any magician wants to.
I just can't wait for everyone in that show to just be straight shooketh because they're like waiting for him to cast a spell, and motherfucker just punches the shit out.
Yo,
and they just straight shook it, bro.
I got no magic, but I'm not out of.
But he's throwing hands. He's like, I don't throw wands, I throw hands, bro.
But anyone obviously who's into the slice of life genre of anime, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai has 2 sequels announced. So Rascal Does Not Dream of Sister Venturing and Rascal Does Not Dream of Knapsack have both been announced. They'll both be direct sequels to Bunny Girl Senpai. No release window as to when they'll be dropping, just announcements with a small teaser. The Devil is a Part-Timer season 3 has also been announced. It's dropping in 2023.
Show. Such a funny show.
Yeah, season 2 just finished not that long ago, a few weeks ago, I believe.
I think I have the finale to watch.
Oh. It just ended. Not
pretty much everything is ending either last week or this week.
Pretty much, yeah. The anime industry just cleaning up, giving us a little to no breathing room to get into the fall season when everything's action packed. So Fruits Baskets, The Prelude, and then Fairy Tail Dragon Cry are both dropping October 6th on Crunchyroll. Obviously some other anime stuff. This is live action. Alice in Borderland season 2.
I heard good things about that series, actually.
Yeah, there's some. I've heard good things about the
I watched
manga
the anime
and about the live action series on Netflix. I've been piqued my interest. I just haven't gone around to it. But season 2 of Alice in Borderlands premiering December 22nd on Netflix. We also have 7 Deadly Sins: Grudge of Edinburgh Part 1 is dropping in December. We got a trailer for that.
I ain't got no interest.
And we got a key visual, and I'm just looking at that. I'm just like,
is the animation just as bad as the past couple seasons?
I think it looks a little worse, man. I don't know.
It can't. It can't be worse. It can't be worse.
I like
the animation. The animation is not calling my name. I'm sorry. I was heavy into 7 Deadly Sins when it first dropped.
First 2 seasons, I was very heavy, or 3 because it was like season 1 and then like an episode for season 2, and then it was weird. I think the first 3 seasons were.
I watched the first 2 or 3, and then the animation dipped, and I'm just like, oh, this is painful, dog.
I still liked it. I just think a lot of the extra movies and the milking of everything is just kind of like throws me off. I was like, I didn't like any of the other movies that they did. And
I just watched one movie that I didn't really care for.
Yeah, and
it was like they're something with angels or something like that.
Yeah, well, all of them have angels, for the most part.
Oh, okay.
It's just, but it's like they just go off so much off of the, it's all, honestly, it's the same thing with the One Piece ones. The One Piece ones, if you just look at them as completely separate movies, and just based in the universe, as a multiverse thing, they're amazing movies. But it's they don't help anything with the continuity. They don't really do anything to
which I never really got that.
I don't know why either. I don't
know why
it is what it is.
It's all the Naruto movies.
I never really understood. I watched a random Bleach movie and it was interesting, but he got this new form that was kind of cool, and he had bones on his arm and stuff like that. But it wasn't even confirmed that he can never use it again. But then he never uses it again
because it never happened.
Because it never happened.
That's like in My Hero, the last movie that came out, not the recent one, the second movie where they're fighting the villain 9, and then Deku gives One for All. One for All. He gives it to Bakugo, and then he's obviously when you transfer that's it, you lose it based on the main anime canon and the manga canon. If you transfer it to somebody, that's it. You're giving up the power. That's it. You're done. And that's the new wielder. That's the new wielder.
Well, technically, they got around it because technically you have to eat the hair, and he didn't do that. He just
that's what I'm saying. He didn't fully transfer it.
He temporarily gifted it.
So
he loaned it.
The workaround was super, super cheap. I feel it undercut the meaning of it.
Absolutely.
To be completely honest, and that's something people even the mangaka has teased Bakugo as being one of the vestiges of One for All. So I mean, to see it happen in the movie, and then just obviously the movie's not canon.
Yeah.
And then the way they undercut it, and then to have season 5 kind of when they showed the vestiges of One for All, and you see a silhouette of someone who looks like Bakugo as one of the vestiges and one of the previous wielders. It's don't slap me in the face like that, dog. You can't be doing that to me. But moving on to that, we got The Way of the House Husband season 2, which has amassed a giant following. Season 2 dropping January 2023 on Netflix. Kengan Ashura is
Oh wait,
also
that's the one.
dropping.
I'm sorry. Wait, the way of the house husband is the one about the old mafia guy becoming a
Yeah,
house.
the Yakuza
Yeah.
dude.
And it's
Yeah,
like the
Okay,
motion
okay.
comic. It's like
Yeah.
the motion comic more than like
Yeah.
an anime.
Yeah, got it.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I did want to actually watch that. So all right, continue.
Yeah, so don't get fooled.
Yeah, don't get fooled. It's like a
we
motion
did.
comic.
Yeah, it's a motion comic. Is not an actual like
Mhm.
moving anime.
I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
just
hey,
before
hey,
just be
excuse you.
forewarned. Just
Excuse
be
you.
forewarned.
It was
matter of fact,
kind of marketed in the US as like an anime, but
yeah,
it
exactly.
really
We
it's more of a
talked
motion
about it.
comic.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it on the anime pod. Speaking of motion comics, you guys remember when Netflix had all those Marvel
Yep.
motion comics? Do you remember that
Yep.
era?
Yeah,
Yo,
I remember that
dope.
era.
Good
Yo, when-
times.
Dude, when they did Extremis was the shit.
Bro,
It was one of the best ones there.
They gotta
Ugh.
bring those shits back. They
You know
gotta
what it
bring those
is?
shits back.
I think it was because it's kind of like do you remember the Young Avengers one? The next Avengers.
Yeah.
Remember the one that they gave that
Mhm.
timeline Ultron 1 and they
Right.
Captain America, Black Widow had to get. So all those are owned by a different company. So that's why they're
Interesting.
not on like any Disney Plus or anything of the sort. So that's the
Interesting.
reason why you don't see them.
would that explain why even the other X-Men anime ones and all that stuff is just chilling on Netflix
Yep.
rather than Disney Plus?
Yep. Because there's a different studio
Interesting.
that got it, that did it, and like the distribution is still like.
Gotta
they either-
love how they were
they-
just
they
like
probably
dishing
forgot
out
about it.
licensing back in
Yeah.
the
Oh
day.
my
Back in the
God,
day,
yeah. It was
back in the day,
nothing.
everybody had it. Everybody had it. Now
It was so crazy.
everybody's trying to monopolize everything.
And it was
now,
also
so-
like often like very specific too. Like, oh, do you want the license just to be able to make merch and only
Mhm.
merch, and that's it?
Mhm.
That'll
Nah,
bite you
not
in
no
the ass.
more.
Or like,
How
do you want
times have changed?
or just like with the Hulk? Do you want rights to just be able to make solo Hulk movies? Just
Right?
that very specific thing. We can,
What about
It's like-
Spider-Man? What
you-
about Spider-Man?
You want to share the rights now though?
Oh my God.
You guys could just make the merch. You guys make money off the merch, but we
Mhm.
make all the big bucks from the movies though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's 50-50. But
Oh boy.
But yeah, lastly, for the anime news, we'll wrap up with Aggressico season 5, which we got a first look at it this past weekend with the official announcement that it is returning. I love Aggressico. Anybody who's seen my Twitter rants of Aggressico knows that I love Aggressico. She is my inner spirit animal. Raging and cuteness. I'm there for it. I'm there for it. I can't get enough of it. It's great. Anyone who hasn't watched it is a super easy binge. Even with the bulk load of episodes, they're like 10-15 minute episodes. So it's super digestible.
I don't see it on here, but also Spy Family second core is coming back soon.
Yeah, that premieres this weekend too, on Saturday, October 1st.
Along with like My Hero and
My
stuff.
Hero Academia, which I'm hyped for. Obviously, I love My Hero Academia. So I've been waiting a whole year for that. Itching, and we gotta wait until 2023 for Attack on Titan. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying on the inside, bro. I can't wait to see Spy Family though. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. Ed, if you haven't read or watched Spy Family,
I'll get to it eventually.
Highly recommend. Once you're done with Kingdom Hearts, okay?
Dude.
I do. Need
Spy Family is probably my number one manga and anime recommendation of the year.
For the past couple years. That'll be a high.
Well, remember, I'm still reading all of One Piece and all that. Waiting until the actual Wano arc finishes so that I can just watch the whole arc like in fruition, because I also have to skip a whole bunch of fillers. But I just want to see certain things actually animated. But I was like, dude, I just love the manga.
Bro, honestly, I've only watched all but 6 episodes of One Piece, and I mean to revisit at some point.
I think I stopped at like 200,
but
I made it to like 200.
I've seen clips, like fight clips from the current arc, from the Wano arc.
Wano is oh my God,
those
gorgeous
fights, bro. The animation, I'm just like, bro, this is chef's. Like, I need to find a way to just like seclude myself from the entirety of world, the work, the nerdy basement, parental spousal, all responsibilities.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, I need to get in there and watch all the One Piece, because I'm just like, those fights, I'm missing out.
Yeah, I stopped at the end of Skypiea, so I'm pretty far behind.
So once you pass Skypiea, that's when shit really gets like hardcore. But like again, the thing is, those arcs that you just watched, they're so heavily referenced now because like people are like the big YouTubers, they're like back in Skypiea such and such and such, you're just like, fuck, like, okay, my bad, sorry that I disrespected you, Skypiea, my bad, sorry your little wings
perhaps I treated you too harshly.
It really
Skypiea.
is one of those situations.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
It is a huge show. It's a huge show. And just like Miguel, I can tell you, when Miguel did it, he was watching a lot of it off of his phone. And then when it started getting into the big stuff, like, yeah, no, don't judge him a little. But it was because like he was able to just like walk the dog, watch it on his phone, do this, do that. And then eventually he was like, okay, these episodes I need to watch on the TV and shit. So that's how he finished. Yo, he went through, he caught up to episode 1000 in about 3 months. Exactly.
Damn.
Legitimately nonstop, did not fucking stop. And I'm like, dude, I again, like you just said, I'm not a fan of him saying that he was watching shit on his phone. I do not like that. But again, those were the dubbed ones. So he just let those go through so he could listen and get through it. But dude, he made it to episode 1000 within 3 months of the announcement. So
nice.
Hey, I'm just saying, there's a way.
Huge shout out to Miguel, by the way.
Miss you, brother.
For grinding it out. Miss you, brother. But yeah, moving on to some more Netflix centric stuff that came out of TUDUM this past week. And this is not everything. If you guys want our full coverage on TUDUM, social media, bro, you already know where to find us. That's where we do most of our coverage. We just talk about a little, the most important pieces of information here and stuff. Because a lot of stuff that was released to TUDUM was either behind the scenes looks, trailers, blue gag reels and stuff like that. We can't talk about that on the pod, and we're not going to be showing footage of that stuff. We don't want copyright marks and strikes and stuff like that. So we're just going to give you the important stuff, which is release dates. So Enola Holmes season, I was about to say season 2, but Enola Holmes 2 is dropping on November 4th. Manifest fans, obviously, I know you guys have been hyped about this. Season 4, the final season, part 1, that's also dropping November 4th.
Sorry,
Boozer,
no, Boozer was just like, he was like,
I just never heard of it.
You never heard of Manifest, bro? You missed all the hype surrounding that when it got canceled on them. Was that
I missed it all. I missed it all.
CBS? On CBS or NBC? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. It got canceled like before season 3 ended, and there was plans for a 4th season, and it got shopped around like immediately. Like, we need to find a home because the actors and the fans that were rallying. We need to find a home, blah, blah, blah. Then Netflix came in swooped up with the money they don't have and was just like, you know what? Manifest, we got you. We'll save you. So, season 4 is the final season. Part 1 drops November 4th.
They pulled a Lucifer. That's what it did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lucifer. They did.
Yeah.
They did pull the Lucifer on.
Oh my god!
But yeah, we got an official premiere day for Wednesday. Obviously, that's dropping November 23rd. Obviously, for TUDUM, we got a nice clip for that. We got Jenna Ortega speaking about the character and how she brought her to life, what she wanted, what she wanted to do to make her feel authentic to herself. And obviously, this is the first time Wednesday Addams is being portrayed by a Latina on, in live action. So that was something that she wanted to bring to the forefront and stuff like that, and speak about that representation on screen, which is, pretty dope. For those who like toxic relationships and, You, season 4, I know we all hype about it. We all love toxic shit to some degree. Season 4, part 1 is dropping February 10th. This is all 2023 dates, by the way. So part 1, February 10th, part 2, dropping exactly a month later on March 10th, 2023. So, fantasy world, obviously everybody loves The Witcher. That's been a huge, huge hit on Netflix. Henry Cavill has been an absolute gem as Geralt. Geralt, let me say it correctly, as Geralt, not Geralt, Geralt. So we're getting our first spinoff, well, the second spinoff, because we got the anime. I
still have to check that out.
Oh, so good.
Bro, don't tell me that right now.
So good.
Don't tell me that right now. Do not tell me that right now. Do not tell me that.
I just did, my bad.
I am appalled by that revelation, bro.
Bro, like there's literally, if you had time to watch all that other bad shit, it's just an hour and a half. Like, come on.
Because me and my fiance wanted to watch it because we watched the show, and we've had so much other stuff we've been watching with like Game of Thrones and all this.
Trust me, I guess
we've let it slide.
There's a lot of content to watch.
We'll get to it.
This is why I haven't finished Kingdom Hearts, because I had been watching all the other content. All right, I have other priorities and I can't do it. But guess what? I did it. I'm on Kingdom Hearts number 2 now. Final mix, brother. Fucking finally got to it. God, Chain of Memories took forever. Continue.
Yo, Ed, you okay there? You sound like you're suffering a little bit. You want to something now, bro?
Dude, honestly, a little bit? Chain of Memories took way longer than it should have. I remember on the Game Boy, I freaking destroyed that game because it was just like, it was something different. On the PS3, I guess, the PS4, they upped the fucking level, made it way harder for no reason. Stupid fucking cards. Chain of Memories, beautiful story though, beautiful story. Now I'm finally on Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, and I had to watch 2 hours of 358-2. I didn't know it was actually just a movie. It was literally just cutscenes. So I don't know if I'm missing something from the original when it was on PSP. So that pisses me off. But the cutscenes were great. Got a lot of backstory to it. And now I'm finally playing part 2. And I'm just about to go find Sora and so on and so forth. But
so we wish you the best of luck on your Kingdom Hearts.
Thank you.
Okay, bro? Because you sound stressed. You sound stressed. You're going through it.
I forgot how long video games take. And I see YouTubers are saying, hey, I just sped run this in 2 hours. I'm like, when the fuck do you have 2 hours
they find like glitches and stuff like that.
Yeah. So one of them, they were
if they speedrunners always find those glitches that let you skip like 3 levels and shit at a time.
It's insane. One of them said it was like,
they're not really playing the game.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, this one has this loop. If you just do this, and then he just does that, and I'm like that's.
Hey, I just finished breaking this game, and now I'm done.
God, yeah, it's pretty much. I love the story.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
But Witcher season 3. Right?
But going back to The Witcher, obviously, Boozer, you need to get on that. That serves as a prequel to the live action series, even though it's in anime form. There's a nice connective tissue at the end, which is super, super dope. So I think whenever you get around to watching it,
I know it's not an anime, but I noticed we never talked about I don't know if you watched it, but Vox Machina.
No, we had.
That was really good.
I love that.
I never watched.
Yeah,
it.
Definitely watch it. It was really good.
That one's worth like oh my god, it's amazing. Just fucking amazing. That's another one. Yeah. So let's get back to The Witcher.
So The Witcher Blood Origin got an official premiere date. So that's dropping Christmas Day on Netflix. And then Henry Cavill also announced that The Witcher season 3 is premiering in summer 2023. So we got a ways to go to see Geralt again. I mean, we did get a nice behind the scenes look at them filming season 3. Obviously, production on that did kind of halt for a little bit. There were people who caught COVID on the set, so they had to pause production and all that stuff. And we don't know how 100 if Henry Cavill was still 100% from that injury he suffered filming the last season. So we didn't know. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So I would rather them take their time, give us a super, super dope story as they've been doing with these 2 seasons. So I'm looking forward to Blood Origin. Michelle Yeoh, the cast is great. I want to see more Witchers and more elves and all that good stuff. I enjoy my fantasy. That's all.
Looking for another banger song.
Well, for sure. I think that's a given at this point. Where anything Witcher, in any medium. But yeah, we finally got the official trailer for The Last of Us, the series on HBO, which looks super, super dope, and it's almost a 1-to-1 adaptation of the video game. Almost. Obviously, you got the slight tweaks and the differences and stuff. You want to, there's certain things you can adapt to live action and you can't. But man, oh man, did they deliver on the clickers.
Oh
They deliver on the clickers, and you cannot have The Last of Us without some creepy ass clickers. So I am ready to just not necessarily
some of the
binge watch
coolest
it.
looking monsters.
Thank you.
This trailer
Appreciate it. I
was
was like
amazing.
clickers. Okay.
Oh, you know,
Remember, I told you I never
they're called the
played.
clickers. Yeah.
Because I
Oh
still
my,
have
wait,
because
how
I
could I
still haven't
forget?
because I
How
haven't
could I
finished Kingdom
forget?
Hearts yet. It was just in the list. It's in my box list. Like
How could
Last
I
of Us is
forget?
after. Last of Us is after Kingdom Hearts.
How could I forget?
It's fine. I'll just watch
My
the show,
apologies.
and that's fine. I'll watch the show. It's all
That
good.
works.
It's not a
That
problem.
works.
I'll
That
watch the
works
show.
too. That works too. That works too. You can
Come on,
watch the
I'm not
show.
going to say no to Pedro Pascal, and then also freaking what's her name from Game of Thrones, the freaking little bear herself.
Yep.
Like I'm
Right.
not going to say no to her. Like what? Oh my God, Leanna, right? Leanna Tarf, right?
Well, that was her name in what you call it
Game of Thrones,
in
right?
Game of Thrones.
So
Yeah.
that's all that really matters.
Is it though? Well, let's get the
Yes.
actress at Bella Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey. No, just kidding. But yes, like she was already a badass there, freaking like staring down a fucking giant like freaking walker. So
Yeah, honestly next pod. I know we were supposed to talk about Stargirl this pod, but next pod, I think we gotta go back and watch and talk about House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, word.
Definitely.
Well, okay.
Definitely gotta talk about it. If you, I don't, you're up to date.
Let's talk about this later. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Because no, we're not. I'm not up to date.
I'm not up to date either. I'm not up to date.
I'm an episode behind.
I'm just saying all episodes behind. So
okay, we're on the same boat. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. We'll talk about it eventually. But yeah, so moving on to